YouTube, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. We are here for the championship round of the NFL playoffs episode at the Bettors Edge. Let's get straight into it, guys. We got two games. Winners of these games are obviously going to meet in Santa Clara, California for the Super Bowl. The winner of the AFC Championship, the winner of the NFC Championship are going to square up. Before we get to the Super Bowl, obviously, let's talk about these games this weekend. First and foremost, we're going to Mile High. First game on the slate, we have the Denver Broncos at home as 4.5-point dogs. As I told you guys a couple of days ago in the preview episode, this line is teetering down against the New England Patriots. This line, guys, had Bo Nix been healthy, was a look ahead as Denver minus 1.5. It ballooned up, obviously, with the injury all the way up to 5.5 earlier this week, and as I mentioned just a few moments ago, it's now down to 4.5. We talked about it in the preview show. This game is going to come down to which quarterback do we trust to take care of the football, and why do we say that? Well, just last week, guys, Drake May's having a fantastic season, probably going to finish second, potentially first in the MVP voting. Wasn't judicious enough with the football last week against a Houston Texans defense that likes to take the ball away. This Denver defense is the number one defense in the NFL as it pertains to getting sacks on the quarterback. We know that defensive front is going to sack Drake May. Drake May is one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL in taking sacks. He's going to get hit, he's going to get sacked, but he has to take care of the football. We saw just last week, even with 4 interceptions by C.J. Stroud, kind of midway, late into the third quarter, the Houston Texans were still in that game on the road in New England. And that's because Drake May himself was also turning the ball over. He's not going to get away with 2 or 3 turnovers in this game. The same thing can be said on the other side of the ball with Jarrett Stidham and this Denver Broncos offense. As we just mentioned, the New England Patriots did a wonderful job of taking the ball away last week against C.J. Stroud. If Jarrett Stidham isn't capable of taking care of the football, this is also going to be a blowout in the other direction. With that said, we have the Denver Broncos at home. They're 4-0 all-time against the New England Patriots in the postseason. And these aren't the old, when I say old, I'm referring to old New England Patriots, like 80s, 90s Patriots when they were terrible. These are the Tom Brady New England Patriots going into Denver and losing these games. At the same time, Sean Payton is 14-7 against the spread with a backup quarterback, and he's 7-4 against the spread as an underdog with the backup quarterback. With all of that said, I just think that the difference between Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham is not 6+ points. How did I get to 6+? We're talking about Denver being 1.5-point favorites at home, and now the line is plus 4.5. I think the gap between Stidham and Bo Nix is probably closer to around 3 points. I think this is going to end up a 3 or 4 point victory for one of these two teams. If I had to guess right now, I'd probably lean slightly to the New England Patriots winning this game by 3 or 4 points, but I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever if somehow, some way, Sean Payton and this home field advantage at Mile High Stadium figured out a way to carry this Broncos team and this offense to the Super Bowl. Give me the Denver Broncos releasing my first ever 15-star play plus 4.5 points at home to cover the number. Moving into the NFC Championship, guys. We're going to the NFC West. We're going to Seattle and the 12th man. We have the Seattle Seahawks Sunday night at home as 2.5-point favorites in the NFC Championship game against the Los Angeles Rams. As we talked about in the preview show, this is now the third matchup between these two teams. In the last 4 matchups, the combined score is settled by just 2 points accumulatively between these two teams in the last 4 games. 2 of those games have gone to overtime. 3 out of the last 7 between these two teams have gone to overtime. These two teams know each other well, obviously. There's not a ton that either team is going to be able to do offensively or defensively to surprise the other team. So what does that mean to me? What that means to me is we're going to see something similar to what we saw last time in Seattle. A high-scoring affair, both offenses, both quarterbacks being comfortable and understanding what the opposition and the defense is trying to do to them to slow them down, and both offenses having a ton of success. So ultimately, what I think this game is going to come down to is which quarterback do we have more faith in leading their team late in the game. I know the Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold got it done last time at home. That was a huge win, not only for the Seattle Seahawks as a team to win the division and eventually propel themselves into this spot now to have the number 1 seed and a home game in the NFC Championship, but it was a huge game for Sam Darnold as well to get a little bit of the monkey off his back and prove to doubters like myself that he's capable of winning in big spots. However, this is now the biggest spot of his career. I just think when it's all said and done, the experience and the better quarterback and the better coach in big spots lay with the Los Angeles Rams. It's not a huge edge in this game. I don't love this game a ton. As I mentioned already, I think this game is going to come down to the waning moments of the fourth quarter, potentially even in overtime. It's going to come down to which quarterback has the ball last, which team is managing the clock and late game situations better. With all of that said, it's a small play. It's just a 3-star play, but give me the Los Angeles Rams to win this game outright. But I'm taking the 2.5 points just in case, because I do expect this to be a tight-knit affair. But give me the Los Angeles Rams plus 2.5 points to cover the actual number and potentially even win this game outright and head to Santa Clara in San Francisco for another trip to the Super Bowl for the young franchise of the Los Angeles Rams. Guys, thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. There's not a ton more to cover in the NFL this season. We're smashing it in football. College is over. We smashed it in college. We're smashing it in the NFL. I'll be back on Monday to discuss what we have as far as Super Bowl matchup moving forward.